Welcome to another special edition of Meet the CEO, where we celebrate our 1 year anniversary at the TDA tele radio station. My name is EMP, and joining me in studio is my co-host, Uncle Slim, Mr. Pena, and our special guest for today is none other than Skyleur Savage, who is an international intern from the United States of America. Stay tuned. This is Meet the CEO. Skyleur, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
And welcome to Botswana, right?
Yeah, I've never been here before.
First time? First time experience. We saw you arriving. We saw a video of you arriving at the airport.
Yeah.
Any familiar faces, or it was just Doru, Natasha, and you sort of kind of figured,
those are the people.
Those are the people.
I had absolutely no idea. Natasha just called out my name and I was like, cool, that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
And I didn't actually even see Doru's face. There was just a camera in front of it, so I was just a little confused. But yeah, they were very kind to pick me up, and it was very fun.
Who's Skyleur? Where were you born, and when did you grow up?
I was born in Chicago, Illinois, and quickly after that my family moved to California, so I've been there ever since. And yeah, I've been to South Africa before. My mom grew up here, close by, but I've never actually been to Botswana, so I'm really excited to be here.
All right. Tell us a little bit about your school life. Where did you start? Preschool, primary school, secondary, or high school, whatever they call it in the US?
Yeah, I went to public school for most of my life. I went to elementary school at a school called Greystone in California. And then I went to middle school, which goes elementary school, middle school, and high school in the U.S. And I went to a public middle school as well, Bret Harte. And then I went to private school for high school called Archbishop Mitty, a private Catholic school. And then went to college across the country in Massachusetts and just graduated from there a month ago.
All right. Slim, do you think when you hear these schools and when she talks about them,
so much.
There's so much.
I'm just like, I stayed in one school for
beginning to end.
Yeah, we don't do that in the U.S. There's maybe like boarding schools, kind of uncommon, but most of the time you do elementary school 1st through 5th grade, middle school's 6th, 7th, and 8th, and then high school's 9 through 12.
Yeah.
It's all entirely separate.
We're in a village in Machudi, a village called Machudi in Botswana, right? Your first impression when you got to the school, like your first day of work, in comparison to the schools you went to in the US or the general number of schools in the US that you're familiar with, what stood out for you here at the Dow Academy that you thought like, ooh, I thought this was supposed to be a village, but okay, this is beyond just what perception basically.
Yeah, I think the first thing that stood out to me that OXO, when he took me on the tour, was really emphasizing was the technology that you guys have. I wasn't expecting, I wasn't expecting when I went to reception that there was the projectors and everything and the connection and how the teachers can record what they've done and share it with each other. So it was really a lot more advanced than I had even expected and really comparable to what I experienced in the US when I was growing up in elementary school and middle school and high school. So that was a lot more advanced than I expected when I said I was going to be in a village in Africa. I wasn't necessarily expecting that, but it was a really cool thing to see, and I'm sure it helps a lot of the students when they're learning.
Let's talk about the different campuses that you visited. Of course, they are not as many as how it is there. We just have like reception, and primary it's like 7 full years, and secondary here is like 5 full years. Yeah, so let's start with the reception. You visited our reception, and of course, besides the technology, what else sort of stood out for you?
When I went home that first day, the first thing I said to my parents was telling them about meeting the little kids for the first time.
Yeah.
Because they were all just so welcoming and so happy, and they all individually went up to me one by one and said hi, introduced themselves, asked my name. And it was just the best introduction to the school or any school that I think I could imagine. I felt so welcomed and I wasn't nervous anymore, which going in, it was a little nerve-wracking coming into such a different community than I've ever seen or been a part of. But they really just put my mind at ease, and having these little kids all just really excited to meet me, it made me really excited to embrace this whole thing.
Yeah. Was your elementary school the same as what you saw at the Dow Academy?
I mean, I think the students were a lot less happy at my elementary school, if that makes sense. It was more just a chore to be there, and it seems like the students here actually like being here, which is kind of interesting and fun. It makes, helping out at the school makes it a lot more fun to do when the students actually buy into it and enjoy being here and want to learn.
Yeah. Let's get into primary. You guys went to the primary campus. I'm sure you saw the mural, the artwork that was done by one of our fellows and stuff like that. What stood out for you the first moment you walked into the primary campus?
I think what stood out to me was, other than again how welcoming the students were, was just how I loved how colorful and bright the campus itself was.
Yeah.
It just seemed like such an inviting place. Apart from all the people there, it's such an incredible place to be, I think, because it makes you, when you can't help but smile when you walk onto that campus, when you see the other children smiling, and when you see how bright and colorful and beautiful the campus really is, it made me just love it even more immediately. It felt like it could be a place that would be easy to call home.
All right.
I loved the collaboration that I saw among the faculty, with the students and with each other. I love just how everyone enjoys their work. And I think coming from the US, a lot of times work is a chore. It's something that you try to get through, and then at the end of the day you get to relax. But everyone here seems to really love coming here every day. And that's something that I hope to take into my work in the future, and really is something that I want to buy into in my human rights work that I hope to do. And I want to find that love and that passion that everyone here seems to have for the work and for each other, and just the support that they have for each other is incredible.
Yeah. So what's Skyleur into besides the human rights, passion for the human rights and trying to pursue that as a career? Like, besides that, what did you do for sports or, extracurriculars? Did you do anything in school?
Yeah, I played volleyball for about 11 years. Just finished. I played in college, and then once I graduated, I'm done officially playing, but we'll definitely still keep up with it. So I'm planning on coaching the kids here while I'm here a little bit and helping out, and I absolutely love that. I think it teaches a lot of community and cooperation and leadership qualities that I think a lot of the students here already have the capability of maintaining and growing throughout their life, and so I really want to help coach them while I'm here, for the short time I'm here.
Hi, welcome to the girls' boarding facility. As you can see, we have a lovely pool so our girls can spend some time out and exercise and relax. Beautiful courtyard where everybody can sit and enjoy some meals. But obviously, what you're here to see are the bedrooms, so why don't we go inside and check those out. Lots of lovely places for our girls to sit, do their homework, read, and hang out. We have another additional indoor dining room where our students can have their meals or breakfast, or again, do some more homework. And through here, we have majority of the bedrooms, so let's go take a look. So here's one of the girls' bedrooms. As you can see, we can host up to 4 girls in this one room. Every room has their own air con, again, for those hot nights. We have over here a TV in every single room and a mini fridge, so they can store some of their snacks or have a little bit of downtime, and a little space for them to do their homework. And similar to the boys' boarding facility, every room has its own bathroom as well, so they have their privacy. Welcome to our boys' boarding facility. Why don't you come in so I can show you around? Every room has a little ensuite kitchen that comes with a fridge and obviously a TV for entertainment. Why don't you come this way? As you can see, it is a very spacious room. We can have 4 boys living comfortably. Everyone has a bed. Every room comes with some air con for those very warm nights. And obviously a little study area if they want to do their homework. Additionally, all rooms have their own ensuite bathroom, so they each have their privacy. I wouldn't mind living here myself. Well, that concludes our tour. Thank you so much for checking out our boarding facilities. We hope to see your child join the TDA family. So we're here at our reception campus where we have 4 classrooms that can accommodate up to 100 students. Each classroom has a smartboard and a whiteboard. And actually one of them we have converted into our media lab, so our coding class takes their coding classes there twice a week. And also then our lower standards come in for their IT classrooms. So let's go check it out. So here we have the media class. As you can see, it's set up to host 20 kids, so let's go check it on out. So this is a classroom where we have coding and IT. So one of our tech series programs is Rebuild a Desktop. So as you can see, they've taken it apart and they get to learn about the components, how a desktop works, troubleshoot it, and then they get to put it back together. And fun fact, in the next few weeks here, we're gonna have the second installment of the Sword and Machuti, so check out some of the scenes. This room might look familiar to you in a couple of weeks.
Welcome back again to another special edition of Meet the CEO. As you've been watching, we're joined by Skyleur Savage, an international intern here at the Dow Academy. She's going to be a future CEO, believe me, and trust me, yes, she will. Would you be a CEO in the future?
What do you call legal C? Is that something?
Yeah,
is that a fraternity? Savage and Savage.
I mean, yeah, my family, my sister's also going to be a lawyer and my dad's a lawyer, so we could be Savage and Savage Law Firm. But there's a lot of different directions I could go. I could be a partner at a law firm, which is kind of like a CEO if you're a senior partner. Or I would really love to be the head of a human rights department or division at a big company, which would be really amazing, and that's kind of a long-term goal for me.
We went to secondary as well.
Yeah.
Just going back to the tour.
Yeah.
We went back to the secondary campus, and that's where we are expecting you to be doing a talk with the students there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very soon.
Yep.
Have you decided what that's going to be about, and are you going to be the Ginsberg that side as well?
I mean, it kind of depends on what they want. I want to make sure they have a voice in what I talk about. I don't want to just spew information at them, and I want them to really take something away from what I say. And I'm not this all-knowing oracle that has all the answers for them. I would love for it to be more of a conversation about me learning from them, as I've already learned so much from everyone here. But I think there's a big kind of mythological thing to the US to a lot of people here, that they see it as what you see on movies and TV. So I'd love to just shine a light on what it's really like, and that it's not this magical, crazy place. Like, I think this is a crazy, magical place to me. So I'd love to give some comparison between the two for them. I know there are a lot of people who say they want to go to the US from here, and maybe they will, maybe they'll come back here afterwards. But just giving them more information on what the experience I had compared to what they're experiencing right now, and maybe some skills that they could take forward if they do want to go to the US, or even in their life here, I could give a new perspective that they haven't seen yet.
From days and nights of hard work, practice, direction, filming, and post-production. To pre-launch interviews,
Your new movie,
Yes.
where do we find it? How can we, when does it premiere?
We are premiering
When?
on the 12th
Okay.
of March. On Saturday,
Uh-huh.
we are at Acacia at Capital Cinema. So we are very, very excited. Actually, I mean, it's just amazing.
more activations, and press conferences.
vanongosaza vanongokata vazvandina jesu wangu ndoenda kumberi upenyu mutoro vanongosaza
Giving us much needed coverage from media houses such as the Botswana Guardian on the 11th of March, News Day in Zimbabwe on the 12th of March, the Monitor on the 7th of March, the Pariat News Online on the 5th of March, and many more. Saturday, the 12th of March was the day the team was ready to say, Mama, we made it, as we launched the second installment of the Sword of Muchidi, titled Birth of a Giant. The purple carpet theme of the day was expression, so our guests and crew came in all types of outfits in the spirit of self-expression.
That future is now. Read it there, man.
And we are doing our special edition of Meet the CEO with Skyleur Savage. Skyleur, thank you for joining us. As we are into our last segment, you know, Skyleur is, am I allowed to even say how old you are?
Sure, go for it.
Okay, great. So you were 22. You know, from the moment you arrived, I would say, looking at Tour is also 22, I think, right? What, 21, 22? Somewhere around there. You know, who have you related to most when you got to the Down Academy, and why?
Well, immediately on my tour, one of the great things was that OXO introduced me to the other interns.
Yeah.
And that was really exciting for me to see people similar age, going through similar things, even if we're very different in where we come from in our experiences. And so I really loved meeting the other girl interns. They've all been very welcoming, and so I see a lot of similarities with myself and them.
What do you think of Dorcas? You've seen Dorcas doing news.
Yeah.
She's a standard seller.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, what do you think of Dorcas and the work she's doing?
I told her the first time I saw her record, I had the pleasure of seeing her record one of the news cycles for the day, and I told her she's a natural. She's better than I could ever be, and she's better than the people that I saw at my school. Hope they never see this. But she's incredible, and it's awesome seeing the opportunity for her to really recognize that passion of hers and possibly take it further in the future. She's building this foundation, and getting comfortable behind the camera is such a big thing in a work like that, and she's inspiring to me. I mean, it's incredible. I would never be able to do that, especially at her age, not at this age. So
It'd be nice to see her one day, maybe CNN or Fox
yeah.
or BBC, and you'd be like, oh my god, I saw
I
her
knew
when
her
she was
when.
like,
She looks familiar.
she was like 10 or...
I remember her.
Yeah. Slim, any questions?
Yeah, let's go to the tour.
To the tour.
Back to the tour. Because it's first impressions, right? And first experience, it was first time in Botswana and the whole. We went, you came through the studio. We had interviews.
Yeah.
There was a couple of questions asked, and you know, some of them were like goals and stuff. But let's start with the whole introduction to tech series. The teleradio is part of the tech series, so let's talk about that. What kind of conversations were had, and what kind of stood out in your visiting to the tech series?
Yeah, I mean, I told Eddie and that I would love to take his tech series because it's something I've never experienced. There's not an emphasis in the US on technology and learning about cars and robots and computers all in one experience and series that you guys have really done here. And I think that's incredible that these students are getting a knowledge and foundation for possible careers that I never experienced in the US, that you really had to seek out at my schools if you wanted to be a part of them. And they were all individually separate things. And so it's this all-encompassing thing that I think is absolutely incredible. I wish I had. I want to take classes on now. And it's, talking to Eddie about it was incredible. You can see his passion for it, and it's just the beginning for what he's doing with that, and it's going to keep growing, and hopefully more students will continue to thrive in that area.
Yeah.
I will say, I do love movies. We went and visited the actual site that you guys filmed the movie at, and I think that was pretty incredible using the resources that you guys had here. So that was a highlight for me, and I think that is a pretty incredible thing that you guys.
They normally make a fire in between here somewhere, and then arrange the place however they think will look nice in the movie. We'll play the movie for you so you relate.
Okay, so yeah, we hope to do a third installment of the movie. The movie has traveled quite far than we actually imagined. We hope the third installment is also going to be a groundbreaking episode. Because we sort of kind of now making these like Star Wars, Marvel kind of episodes and stuff like that. And we hope you're going to be in the third one before you travel back to the US.
I'd love to.
Yeah, and film at the
Where do I sign?
Oh, here you go. I like that. That was already consent. Yeah, so we want to do that. With Skyleur being in Botswana right now, and then Skyleur 10 years later, what are you envisioning? What are you seeing? And what are you bringing back, or what are you taking back to the US? Let's start with what are you taking back to the US, and what you would want to bring back to the continent, just, at large.
I think honestly I'll be taking back a lot more than I'll need to bring back here, because the impact that this place has already had on me, and it's been a fraction of the time that I'm going to be here, is incredible. I think taking back the love for life in itself. It's not all about material things, and it's not all about how much you can gain in your career or something, but just genuinely being happy, and the way that the students and faculty are happy here is something that I would love to emulate in my life back home. And also just reaching out to others in a collaborative way. I think it's something that the Dow Academy is really amazing at. They've reached out to me already in the short time I've been here, and I've seen how everyone reaches out to each other and really just supports and uplifts each other, students and faculty. And I want to be able to have that impact on people in my career. And that's something I really want to focus on in my career. It's not about individually getting ahead, as a lot of people emphasize, or the individual accolades, but bringing other people with you and bringing people together is something that I think I really want to focus on.
That's good. What are you going to bring back?
I hope I have a connection with this place for my whole life. I would love to make connections between the Dow Academy and different companies or corporations I will work for with in my career, keeping the connections I have here and helping further the education of the students here, the ones who really deserve it and really want that education, as I've seen, helping in whatever way I can, logistically with the resources that I'll have in the US.
TDA Teleradio, straight out of Madrid.
At the Dow Academy, we are diamonds.
Madama.
Daimana.
Nosotros somos diamantes.
Wir sind Diamanten.
Suntem diamanti.
The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio. #1 local station.
But I really want to learn the language. I've already tried some of the food here, and I love it.
Do you remember the names of the food?
I remember the colloquial American names that I have for it. I mean the fat cakes.
Oh yes.
I love.
Yeah.
And the crushed chips.
Okay.
That's your version of fries.
Yes.
It's what I've had every day for lunch while I've been here. So I've loved eating those.
All right. Have you tried Siswa?
Mm-mm.
Not yet.
But Lone has been telling me she wants to make me some.
Some Setswana.
Yeah.
And any Setswana words that you've learned that you want to say before you say goodbye? Yeah.
I mean, I know Dumela is how you greet someone. I know Lianalamka Sky is my name is Sky. Actually,
oh wow!
Yeah.
That's the first time.
So I learned that. What? Did you not know that?
No, I didn't. That's the first time.
Wow.
How'd you say it again?
Lianalamka.
Yeah, sounds Spanish, but I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take it. Yeah. Other words?
Well, now I don't want to say anymore.
No, come on, you're good. You're good. You're better than me. Come on.
I've learned that one more was the Getswa, California. It's like I'm from California.
Okay.
So those are the three main ones that I've learned and taken with me.
Great.
I've been really focusing on names. I think it's to be respectful. I want to know how to say and how to pronounce everyone's name. So that's been my focus.
And you've got a Skyleur here at the school as well.
I do. She's amazing.
Did you know that we've got a Skyleur here?
Mm-hmm. She's in my class. I think Officer did that on purpose.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
But she's in my class and she's incredible. She actually yesterday gave me a note that said, "I love you, you're so nice." And I literally almost started crying right there.
Really?
Oh, she's the sweetest.
All right, thank you, Skyleur. Thank you for your time. We appreciate you coming through.
Having me.
Yeah. Slim.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you everybody for watching. This is Meet the CEO special edition as we celebrate our 1 year anniversary with TDA Telebrated. My name is EMP and joined by our special Uncle Slim and to our special International Intern guest, Miss Skyleur Savage. Thank you so much. Join us again next time, same place. Goodbye.
TDA Teleradio, straight out of Mercury.
The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio. #1 local station.
Read them